We are here to bring a new type of news show.
New insights, new styles, and new topics every day.
We are News Generation.
Bring news just for you. It's Tuesday, March 18th here in Seoul. I'm Songjin, and you're watching News Generation. Joining us today is Kwon Ju-yeon.
Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday. And Im Sang-yeon.
Happy snowy March.
Happy snowy March. Now, both are here to speak on behalf of those in their 20s and 30s. We're going to begin with our keyword news. Our keyword for today is K-beauty. According to global credit card company Visa, 11% of Visa card users who visited Korea during the fourth quarter of last year made purchases at brick-and-mortar beauty and cosmetic stores, and that's a 1.6 percentage point increase from the same period in 2022. Now, the strongest demand came from travelers from the Middle East, where 22% of all visitors purchased Korean beauty products during their trip. They were followed by tourists from the Philippines at 21% and Indonesia at 20%, which really highlights the region's enthusiasm for Korean beauty trends. So what do you think is behind the global fascination of K-beauty? And for our viewers, do you have any recommendations on must-try products or any spots that you can go to check out the latest K-beauty trends?
Yeah, so it goes without saying that actually the Korean beauty products are closely linked to K-pop and K-drama culture. So the flawless skin of these celebrities fuels interest in Korean beauty products and routines. And these trends make fans eager to buy the actual products. And furthermore, Korean men are also really good at taking after their skins. And,
like you?
Yeah, thank you. And they have like the best awareness in aesthetics compared to other men from other countries. So this means that there are potential customers coming from all over the world in both genders, both men and women. And also, if you're planning to buy Korean beauty products, make sure you're aware of your skin type. The Korean beauty shops are really specialized, so understanding your skin type, whether it's dry, oily, or combination, and also your concerns like acne or wrinkles will help you choose the right product.
Right, so you can buy customized skincare products. And as we're talking about aesthetics and beauty, I love your new glasses.
Thank you so much.
What about you, Jay? What do you recommend?
I do think that many people love Korean cosmetics because of the affordable prices and high quality at the same time. So many tourists enjoy traveling and trying these Korean products they can't easily get back home. And many of my foreign friends visit Korean road shops, especially the cosmetic ones, in order to test and buy a variety of cosmetic products when they travel to Korea. And when I go abroad, they often ask me to bring some specific Korean beauty items for them. And the clean ingredients and creative product items really stand out. And, you know, K-dramas and K-pop stars make people trust K-beauty even more. And as you can see in many advertisements in Korea, many Korean beauty brands use famous singers, celebrities, actors, which makes the products even more attractive, popular. And I heard that the tints or the lip products or sometimes eyeshadows they promote are especially well known. But honestly, my foreign friends know the latest trends K-beauty launches better than I do. So I actually ask them for tips now.
Oh, very interesting. So it seems that the K-beauty market is definitely expanding its global reach. And that was our keyword news for this Tuesday. So we're now going to move on to our main discussion of the day. Tuesday is when we dive into the latest trends shaping Korea's cultural scene. Take a look at the screen to find out more.
Reality TV has always been a mirror reflecting shifts in society, and one genre that has been gaining serious traction in Korea is divorce-related programs. These shows either follow couples on the brink of separation or individuals finding new love after a divorce. Despite being a relatively recent trend, this type of content continues to grow in popularity. What's fueling the surge in divorce-themed reality TV shows?
So we're going to talk about the divorce-themed reality show boom here in Korea. So starting off, have you watched any of these programs? Would you say that you're a fan of them?
Well, I think I have watched many of the reality entertainment shows about a divorce. As a marriage person, I found them both entertaining and heartbreaking as well, as they show the real emotions and struggles behind separation, divorce. fascinating to see how different couples handle their different issues. And while some parts feel a bit over the top, so dramatic sometimes, and well, the emotional moments do feel real for me. I wouldn't say I'm a huge fan who follows shows regularly. I watch them because, you know, they have sometimes it pops up on my feed, so that's why I'm watching it. But watching those shows has made me reflect on how small misunderstandings can, you know, build up, can
like
build
a snowball.
up. Like a snowball. It reminded me that communication really does make a huge difference and make a big difference in any relationship, in the marriage as well.
Right. Seems like communication is key to everything.
Indeed, indeed.
And Sangyo, I think that you can offer us another perspective because unlike Jiyeon, you're not married yet, right?
Yeah, that's right. So I don't usually watch these types of shows because I also don't watch actually matchmaking programs like Solo Inferno or Heart Signal. It's just because that I don't really have much interest in other people's private lives. So whenever I watch these shows, I get this feeling, why do I need to know about other people's romantic histories? So I rather prefer watching TV reality shows that makes me laugh without much thinking, or something that is informative, like a documentary. And also, I'm already full of stress due to my everyday life. And I get this feeling, why do I need to add another burden of my stress when I watch these shows? Because all the time I turn on the TV, most of the cast in those reality shows quarrel, and there are many people that are kind of unique and unusual from my perspective, of course. But I did hear from my friends that these reality shows are garnering a huge popularity these days, and that many couples can relate to the message of the show.
And I think that the fact that you encountered these TV programs when you were like flicking through the channel really shows that there is a growing number of these programs being aired in Korea.
Right.
But these shows aren't just making headlines domestically. Last month, the Wall Street Journal even highlighted the rise of divorce-related content here in the country. So Jiyeon, could you tell us what the article said about these shows?
Of course, of course. Well, the Wall Street Journal recently published an article titled A Secret to Longer Marriages in South Korea. Lots of shows about divorce contents. Divorced couples are hooked on a new wave of content about marital spirits. I don't have it that bad. You can probably get the idea just from the title. It explains that these programs aim to help struggling couples rebuild healthier relationships and transform into stronger families, stronger bonds. Many viewers even find comfort in these shows, realizing their own marriages aren't so bad after all. And according to the article, these shows offer practical tips and help ease the negative feelings people often have about divorce, about the divorce itself. And the report also highlights that these programs show that divorce isn't something to hide, something that is not a confidential information anymore, and that many people go through similar experiences.
Definitely. So as Chuyeon mentioned, according to the Wall Street Journal article, these shows serve kind of like as a reality check for some viewers, because people in struggling or rocky relationships sometimes watch these shows and think, well, maybe my situation isn't as bad as I thought. I might be the luckier one. But we're now going to zoom out for a second because we're going to look at the latest divorce rate in Korea. Of course, we can't directly link a decline in divorces to these shows. It's very interesting to see where things stand. That is related to what we're discussing today.
That is correct. Well, while the decline in the divorce rates is influenced by various factors, various reasons, including fewer marriages, there is some data that support this trend. Government data reveals that South Korea's divorce rate has been falling for the past 5 years now.
Wow.
Now standing at 1.8 per 1,000 people, roughly 3/4 of the US figure. And according to Statistics Korea's December 2024 population report, the number of divorces last year dropped by 1.3% compared to the previous year. This marks the 5th consecutive year of the falling of this trend decline since 2020. And these all signs suggest that this steady downward trend in divorce rates is likely to continue in the coming years. So that's definitely encouraging news for all of us.
Definitely. And we now want to tie divorce-related programs to falling divorce rates if we could. So Sangyeon, what kind of potential impacts or influence could these shows have on should we say, couples who are pondering divorce?
Well, first of all, divorce reality shows don't portray divorce or marriage as the ultimate goal of a romantic life, but rather as a part of everyday life that we face. So they highlight real conflicts between couples and show that divorce isn't just about breaking up. It's a complex process of adjustment and negotiation. So watching couples navigate these challenges and hearing honest and sharp insights and advice from marriage counselors or lawyers can make viewers reflect on their relationship with the partners and reconsider divorce in the first place as well. And more than anything, these shows create a sense of solidarity. It gives you the feeling that I'm not the only one who's struggling from this, which can be comforting at the same time. And for unmarried viewers, seeing different aspects of marriage may even change the way they think about their divorce, and they may find a way to navigate through the challenges that they are experiencing right now.
So these shows can provide insight, advice, and also comfort to both married and non-married viewers.
Right.
And the reason why we found this phenomenon so interesting is because Korea has historically been a society where divorce was kind of taboo, something people kept under wraps rather than openly discussing. But today, these programs are pulling back the curtain on what was once considered a private matter. So I want to also ask you, why do you think divorce-themed shows are thriving in a country that once frowned upon even mentioning the word divorce?
That's a very good question. Well, unfortunately, South Korea has one of the highest divorce rates in the OECD Asia Pacific region and ranks in the upper middle tier globally. In Korea, these reality shows have long focused on daily life, relationships, and marriage, making divorce a natural next step in this trend. And if you can look at the other programs in the world globally, viewers prefer real stories over fiction, which adds to their interest. And people find these stories engaging in their real life as they offer a glimpse in real marriage problems and provide a practical tips from experts. And I find these shows really helpful for me, especially the expert advice on better communication, understanding each other, understanding gender differences sometimes, and using these tips in my daily life. And if they can survive that, maybe I can survive my partner snoring.
So these programs can actually help people sustain their marriages longer and healthier. What could be some other reasons, Sang-yeol?
Well, as you know, these kind of shows actually reflect the the social climate of the situation that we're facing right now. So I think one of the reasons that the divorce reality show is gaining popularity is because that there is a change in our social perception that divorce is no longer considered a taboo.
Right.
Actually, divorce is more like a natural process of couples getting through all the troubles, and it's not a failure, but rather a personal choice for a better life. And also, with plenty of dramatic and extreme cases that you can see in this show, these shows actually attract viewers who crave for very provocative and also spicy content.
Right, definitely. I really like the term, it's not a failure, but a personal choice.
Right.
All right, so as we're talking about this new wave of divorce content here in Korea, we also asked our viewers whether they watch reality shows related to divorce, and if they do, what draws them in. And here's what 3 of them answered. Our first comment for this Tuesday is by BennyD97. Yes, I'm interested in the stories of their past and the reasons for their divorce. I also get quite emotional when they reveal their personal stories. DSG1010, reality shows about divorce are way more dramatic and exciting than most other shows. I know some parts are exaggerated, but they're just so addictive. After Wayne 20 says, since divorce is becoming more common, it seems like a lot of people are looking for practical advice and insights on how to handle the whole process. And after the break, we'll be joined by a cast member from one of Korea's most talked about and popular divorce-themed reality shows. Don't go anywhere.
NewsGen wants to hear from you. Go to YouTube and search our channel Arirang News. Click Community and leave a comment down below. Make a new type of news with us.
Welcome back. We're pleased to welcome Park Ji-soo, a lawyer and cast member of Love After Divorce Season 4. Welcome, Ji-soo, to the show, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Great. So, Ji-soo, we first want to ask you, I think this is a big question. What made you decide to join the show in the first place?
Yeah, I saw Love After Divorce as an opportunity to start a new chapter in my life. The show brought together people with similar experiences, and I think I really like the idea of creating a space where we could be open about our past while looking toward the future. So, I think all of us also wanted to challenge some of the stereotypes or misconceptions around divorce and kind of be a part of a conversation that shifts the narrative. Whether it's marriage or divorce, it's not the end of a person's story. It's just a new beginning or a different path in life. So I think I wanted to show that moving forward is possible in love or personal growth. So, yeah.
Lovely, Ji-soo. So, since being on the show, have you noticed a shift in how people around you or viewers perceive divorce?
Absolutely. The show, I think, has made it easier for people to have open conversations about divorce, especially in cultures where it's still somewhat taboo. And a lot of people have reached out to me to say that they felt more seen, more heard, more understood because of the show. And I can completely relate to that because I felt the same way watching the past seasons. And I think more people are beginning to see divorce as a transition, a life transition, rather than failure, like you guys said. So it can be seen as something that can lead to self-discovery, healing, even new love.
Okay, Ji-soo, then what kind of impacts do you think these kind of divorce-related reality show could have on our society in terms of both positive and negative?
I think shows like Love After Divorce give people hope and representation. They remind people that love and happiness aren't just for those who are experiencing them for the first time. Everyone deserves second chances in life and relationships. And beyond that, I think the show also builds empathy. The viewers get to see the real struggles, the real emotions of the participants on the show. And I think that helps break down stigma and create more understanding.
All right, Ji-soo, thank you so much for your insights today. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right, so as Ji-soo just mentioned, these shows can help reduce the stigma surrounding divorce in Korea, a very socially conservative where divorce is still not considered normal as of now, but there's also been some heavy criticism directed at some divorce-related programs. So could you tell us about this backlash, Chun?
Yeah, of course. While these shows are entertaining, interesting, it is, of course, indeed the fact. But it has lots of problems as well. Some say they exaggerate conflicts between the husband and wives and expose too much of people's private lives and invade their privacy. And, you know, harsh comments and emotional harm to families, especially children, are a real concern. So I highly recommend those broadcasting stations to block all those comment sections for them. While, you know, they offer insights for all of us, balancing entertainment with responsibility is quite important. So, you know, it's an entertainment show for us, but it's a real life for them.
So everything should be kept in moderation.
It is indeed. That's quite important.
Definitely. And as with any reality TV show, we need to be mindful of how these programs really shape perceptions, as Chuyeon mentioned. So, Sang-yeon, what should viewers keep in mind when they're watching or consuming these programs?
Well, I'm a single, but I assume marriage is not easy, right, Jun?
Oh, there are ups and downs.
Yeah, there are ups and downs. And when it comes to a married life, you need communication skills and also mutual trust with your spouse. And although while divorce reality shows highlight the struggles and challenges of marriage, they have this tendency to focus on the extreme cases to attract more viewers. In reality, especially around me, there are many couples who try to solve this in a wise manner and to build long-lasting relationships with communication and compromise. So watching these shows can provide insights into relationships, but it shouldn't discourage people from thinking about getting married altogether. After all, marriage is a deeply personal journey, and each couple's experience is unique, and every case is just all different. So instead of fearing marriage because of these reality shows, I suggest that you take these shows as a reference and to come up with the right measure to address conflicts with your partner.
Because even if these shows are reality shows, they do not 100% portray the actual reality. And that's News Generation for this Tuesday, but we will be back tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. Korea time. Special thanks to Kwon Jiyeon.
My pleasure.
Thank you. And Im Sang-yeon.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. And to our viewers, thank you for tuning in and hope you join us tomorrow morning as well. We are
News Generation.